Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation on study abroad and away for transfer students. Before we begin, however, I'd like to first introduce myself. My name is Ashley Bayman. I use she, her, ella pronouns, and I'm a global learning coordinator and advisor at the University of California, Santa Cruz, which occupies the unceded territory of the Ama Mutsun tribal band. I'm really excited to have the opportunity to speak with you all today because I was also a transfer student. As a first gen, low income transfer student of color, I never really considered studying abroad or away when I began community college. My goal was really to finish my community college courses so I could transfer into a university and then get my degree, and that's it. I also worked two jobs to get myself through college and didn't even start, at the university until I was 24 years old. So I was much older than other students in my classes and on my study abroad programs. But despite it all, I was able to study abroad not once, not twice, but three times during my collegiate career. And I'm here to tell you that so can you. I know that if I can do it, anyone can do it. And your academic and study abroad and away advisors and program advisors are all here to support you throughout your journey. So now let's dive into today's presentation. So first, we're going to start by exploring why you should even consider studying abroad or away. Then we're going to debunk some common myths about study abroad and away, and then dive deeper into program types and how to plan for this experience. So you might be thinking, what's even the point of studying abroad or away? And firstly, whether you choose to study Italian in Italy or take major courses in Argentina or conduct research in Australia or participate in an internship in Washington, D.C., studying abroad or away will have many academic benefits. Just attending classes at another institution really offers a unique learning and cross-cultural experience that complements your college studies. Secondly, studying abroad or away allows you to confirm your calling by, either validating the direction of your chosen field, or even, you might shift to a new path. You can discover, where your passions lie, and eventually achieve your dream career. For example, when I was in college, I got a degree in Spanish and international studies, and I had no idea what the heck I would do with those degrees. I just knew I enjoyed learning what I was learning in school. And as a result of my study abroad experiences, I realized, hey, I would love to be able to facilitate this opportunity for other students, which is why I'm a global learning advisor today. And then finally, you're really able to embark on a journey of self-discovery. So when you're studying abroad or away, you learn so much about yourself, and you may return more independent or confident and eager to take on new challenges, whether they be academic, professional, or personal. So there are so many benefits to studying abroad or away, and we're happy to explore more of those with you, in an advising session. So first, we're going to start by debunking some common myths about studying abroad or away. So the first myth that we often hear is that, studying at college is already too expensive. I can't afford to study abroad or away. To that, I say that studying abroad or away can be the same price as attending college, or more cheaper, or more expensive. It really depends on the program, the destination, the length of time you're abroad, and a variety of other factors. Also, did you know that most colleges allow you to take your financial aid with you on your study abroad or away program, meaning that your financial aid money can be applied directly towards your program costs? And this is important because there are so many different scholarships available. I didn't even know about all of the different scholarship opportunities when I was in college, and I regret that now. But we're here to tell you all that there are so many different funding opportunities. And here we can see a short list. There's the Gilman Scholarship that's specifically for Pell recipients. There are program-specific scholarships. So depending on the type of program that you go on, there might be scholarships applicable to that program. There's the Fund for Education Abroad, which seeks to serve historically underserved and underrepresented students in study abroad or away programs. And then there's the Freeman Asia Scholarship for students who show financial need and who are studying abroad in a country in Asia. So the second myth is that studying abroad or away can delay your time to graduate. And to that, I would say that, research shows that students who study abroad or away have significantly higher graduation rates than those that stay on campus, because those students return with reinvigorated interest in academic pursuits and a renewed passion for lifelong learning. I also want to mention that while you're abroad or away, you can take courses that help you fulfill major, minor, or general education requirements. Some programs are discipline specific and allow you to have supplemental opportunities like research, fieldwork, and internships. And then there are summer options, if you can't fit it into your academic year degree plan, so that won't take you off track to graduating on time. And obviously, you're always strongly encouraged to meet with your academic advisors and your study abroad and away advisors, so that we can ensure that when you choose to study abroad fits well within your academic degree plan and won't delay your time to graduation. So the third myth is that studying abroad or away isn't an option for you as a transfer student. Well, that's completely false. Study abroad and away is an option for everyone, despite transferring into a university, your major, immigration status, finances, or a whole other host of perceived barriers. That's why we say planning is really key. And we'll go over a little bit about planning here soon. But I also want to mention that many study abroad and away programs are non-competitive, meaning that you're not competing with anyone for your place in the program. You just need to make sure that you meet the eligibility requirements. And some of those might be, your class level. So whether you're a sophomore, junior, senior, there might be a GPA requirement for some programs. There might be a language requirement for some programs. And then there's other requirements, just depending on the type of program that you go on. Also, I want to mention, I keep saying study abroad and away because you don't have to go abroad to have a unique intercultural experience. There are many study away programs here within the US. For example, if you go to a UC or a University of California, we offer the UCDC program where students can do an internship in Washington, DC. But there are so many, domestic programs out there, and we'll talk a little bit more about those soon. So the fourth myth is that you need to know another language in order to study abroad and away. That is absolutely not true. So a lot of programs offer coursework in English. Some programs might have a language requirement if the coursework is taught in another language. For example, if you're taking classes with local students, then you would need to make sure that you meet whatever language requirement that they have. And then some programs have like a minimum language requirement. So the minimum might be like no language exposure experience at all for those programs where you're actually going to learn a new language. And then those programs who do have coursework in English oftentimes offer like a supplemental language course to help you navigate around the country and the program that you're in. And finally, for our fifth myth, it's that, study abroad or away is just not worth the hassle. And to that, I would say, because only 3% of undergrads study away, when you're, applying to grad school or to a job, you'll really stand out by having that experience on your resume. Studies show that students who study abroad or away, they have increased hireability because participating in this type of experience allows you to develop valuable job skills like language proficiency or cultural understanding or tolerance for ambiguity, adaptability, self-confidence, and a whole host of others. Students have also secured jobs more quickly after graduation. Some students start with higher starting salaries than their peers who do not study abroad or away. Here it says that, you can see on average $6,000 more in starting salary. And then finally, a higher acceptance into grad school. So with this particular study, 90% of the students who studied abroad or away got into their first or second choice graduate or professional school. So there are, many reasons as to why studying abroad or away is worth your time. So you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but how do I actually study abroad or away? So here I'm just going to go over some of the program options. It really depends on what, college or university you go to. And I want to mention that this is not an exhaustive list, but these are some of the common program types. So first, there's the traditional study abroad programs where you study internationally for either, a summer, quarter, semester, or year. There are immersion programs where you're taking classes with local students. There are research specific programs. There are discipline specific programs where all the coursework is offered just in your major. There are so many different study abroad program options. So when you get to your college or university, or even when you're looking to go to one, you can just do a quick Google search of your university or college name and then put study abroad after it and see what pops up. As I mentioned earlier, there are also domestic program options. So programs offered here within the US. Some common locations I've heard of in the past are Hawaii, New Orleans and Louisiana. New York City is a great place for cultural immersion and exposure. Washington, D.C., there's really a whole host of different areas that you can go to in the US where you will gain that unique intercultural learning experience. There's also service learning and volunteer programs that you can go on and receive credit. So in these programs, you're really working with the local community to learn how they address different needs and issues that arise among people there within that community. There are a whole host of virtual programs. Obviously, after COVID-19, the international education field shifted to offer more unique learning opportunities. So you could do like a virtual study abroad program where you're taking classes at an institution abroad online, or there's virtual global internships where you're working with a company based in another location outside of the US. And you might either be able to work in that language of that host country or in English. There are tons of different virtual experiences available. There's also, the traditional internship programs where you would, conduct an internship either internationally or in the US with a professional organization. And then there are research and fieldwork programs where you're conducting research or fieldwork, either within the US or abroad, likely working with local communities and working to address some need. So again, there are so many different program types. It's as simple as putting in your college or university's name and then putting study abroad or virtual study abroad or whatever after it to see what options pop up. So now on to planning. So it's incredibly important as a transfer student to plan early. You can do this by, speaking with your academic advisors at your college or university to see when the best time to study abroad is for your major. I can say that for some majors, they might have course requirements that you must take on campus. And those, courses might be offered during specific terms only, which is why it's really important to speak with your academic advisors to identify the best time to study abroad or away. And they might even say that summer is the best time, which is great. I studied abroad in 2 summer programs, which I think is why I was able to study abroad 3 times, because it didn't delay, my progress towards my requirements. And then, as I've been mentioning, it's really important to, explore what program options are available to you at your college or university. Because once you determine when you want to go abroad or the best time to study abroad or away, you can then go speak with your campus's study abroad and away office, or even whoever the program administrator is for your program to, see what program options are available, to see which ones might be the right fit for you and that align well with whatever, personal academic or professional goals that you have. They'll also be able to advise you through the financial aid process and recommend scholarships and help you apply and really support you throughout your journey. So please be sure to tap into the resources available to you at whatever college or university you decide to go to. So that's it. This is meant to be a quick overview. I did want to leave you with some final words, and that is that, travel, it leaves you speechless, then it turns you into a storyteller. And storytelling is very powerful. And, we tell our stories based on our own experiences. And so I hope that you might be able to add study abroad or away as a part of your lifelong learning experiences and know that you have a lot of support along the way. Thank you.